This rumor is blowing up right now. FireRed LeafGreen might be coming to Switch. Yes, FireRed LeafGreen might be coming. And if Nintendo actually brings back one of the most beloved Pokemon remakes ever, this could instantly become one of the biggest nostalgia wins of the entire Switch 2 era, even though the Switch 2 is just beginning. And yes, we all know Nintendo is the king on selling nostalgia. So this is a big statement. But let's be real. People have been begging for classic Pokemon to return in a real way. Not just cheap ports, but something that feels like a true celebration. The question is Nintendo about to drop the ultimate Gen 1 comeback? Or is this rumor too good to be true?
I'm not entertained.
Here's why this rumor has Pokemon fans losing their mind. FireRed, LeafGreen are still considered some of the best remake Pokemon game ever done. They're pure Gen 1 nostalgia, but polished, iconic, and timeless. With Switch 2 coming on strong, Nintendo needs massive system selling moments. So imagine the hype if they announce classic Kanto returns, upgraded visuals, modern features, maybe even connectivity with new Pokemon titles. It would be perfect way to pull older fans back in and introduce new players to the originals. But at the same time, Nintendo has a history of doing the bare minimum with legacy content. Let's all be honest here, Nintendo fans. So the big fear is this going to be a real remake or just another overpriced re-release? Either way, if FireRed and LeafGreen are truly coming to the Switch 2, that could be one of Nintendo's biggest nostalgia plays ever. And like I said, Nintendo's the king of nostalgia, so that is a big statement. So the real question is, are we about to witness Gen 1 ultimate return? Or are fans setting themselves up for disappointment yet again? Let's talk about it. All right, so let's run through the major points in this rumor. And I want to say rumor, all right? Let me put that in quotation marks, okay? Rumor. Multiple leakers claim FireRed and LeafGreen will return. Rumors from known community leakers like Ryder Q, really, whatever his name is, suggest that Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen will re-release soon, possibly for the Switch 2 as part of the franchise 30th anniversary celebrations, expected around Pokemon Day 2026 on February 27th. I don't know about that. That's kind of crazy because that's very soon. Details are still unclear. Port versus remake. It is not yet known whether this would be simple ports or, immaculate release. We don't know. Standalone pay games on the eShop or full remakes. Some rumors claim they won't be Nintendo Switch Online freebies. Of course. Like, who are we kidding with Nintendo? And instead, will be paid eShop titles. Possible Pokemon Home compatibility. Part of the leak chatter is that these re-releases might include Pokemon Home support, letting players move their Pokemon from these classic games into modern titles. A feature many fans have been hoping and fucking wishing for a long time. Fans mixed on the rumor. While nostalgia is driving excitement, which, like I said, Nintendo and nostalgia, I mean, you can't say one without the other. Some fans online are skeptical, rightfully so, pointing out that the classic remakes or ports might come at a cost and questioning whether Nintendo might choose other legacy titles first. Pokemon Day, February 27th, is likely reveal window. With the 30th anniversary approaching, most outlets expect these rumors to either be confirmed or refuted during the Pokemon Day live stream event on February 27th, 2026, the franchise annual showcase for major announcements. So, just to wrap up everything, leakers claim Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, prominent game. I mean, like I said, there are remakes of the original. May be returning for the Switch 2 around the Pokemon Day 2026. I think they'll be announced, not released. That's kind of crazy. Possibility as paid Switch eShop titles with Pokemon Home support, but nothing is officially confirmed, and I want to continue to say these are rumors. Nothing is confirmed. You will have to wait to the day of the announcement of February February 27th, which is, as of this today, like 16 days away. So very soon as we push this video out. But Infamous, what do you make of this rumor? And like I said, I keep asking you every time we talk about these rumors and Nintendo and Switch, would this drive you to buy a Switch 2?
I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna say it now. I'm part of the problem. Fuck yeah, I'll buy a Switch 2. Woo! Man, look here. Look here. I'm just get out the way before I break down my answer. I am what the Pokemon community calls a Gen 1er. Charizard, Dragonite, Gyarados, my true OG, Snorlax. I always catch and nickname Brolax. Hell yeah. Now, I'm gonna say this. When I heard of this and read the rumor, it said Switch's eShop.
Okay.
Nintendo would be dumb to just put this on Switch 2. The economy ain't there for you to force this on people to buy the Switch 2 for this. Now, a full Gen 10 reveal? That's a little different. There ain't no reason in hell this can't work on the original Switch.
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real. 2, I love you, Treese. You're fucking crazy. I can believe that this will come out on Pokemon Day. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Nintendo fans, this will be the first time I'm gonna give y'all some grace. I think it was a year or so ago, whenever the Metroid Prime Remastered came out, there was talk behind the scenes that Nintendo had that game developed, fully finished, and ready to go. But they sat on it. They sat on it for like a year or two, waiting for the perfect moment to release it to maximize its scope, discoverability, and profitability. I can wholeheartedly believe that this shit has been ready and done. And Nintendo's like, no, not now. Not with everything's going on. Even though it'll sell, we want it to sell at its maximum potential. And what better way for it to come out fucking Pokemon Day? Not be announced. Announced drums up attention. That don't guarantee sales. Let Pokemon Day air. They do a Nintendo Direct. And then right at the end, they're like, oh, yeah, remasters or ports, even if it's just a port of Pokemon LeafGreen. Guess what? It's available right now. Motherfuckers will lose their mind. But not only just that, they did something like this similar on the last anniversary. On 3DS, they allowed red, blue, gold, silver, and crystal released on the eShop. And then guess what? They're like, hey, not only are we going to give it back to you, but we're going to integrate it into Pokemon Bank and then eventually Pokemon Home. You can take Pokemon from Pokemon fucking Red and bring them all the way to the current gen Pokemon and keep and play them with you.
You talking nasty now to Pokemon fans. Now you start saying you can move. Woo.
People were wild. Even me. I bought it. I bought Pokemon Red on my 3DS. I played it. I did the little glitch with the rare candies. And guess what? I made multiple Dragonites, Gyarados, and moved them in the bank and then moved them to my other games. So I can wholeheartedly believe this. This sounds like Nintendo's money-hungry, grubby little hands. I can see a Japanese dude in Nintendo office rubbing their hands like Birdman, like, hey, man, the 27th, we're going to get paid.
That makes a lot of sense.
Everyone on this floor is about to get a motherfucking raise. Everyone. I can wholeheartedly see this. And then not to mention, the rumor is it ain't just a re-release. Even if it's just a bare basic port of the game with just a few little tweaks here, it'll be integrated into Pokemon Home.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
That's a big thing. And I don't know if you noticed, but as you said, Gen 1 is what started it. But if you talk in the Pokemon circles, everyone knows Gen 1 fans are the biggest fans. They are the most made and most sought Pokemon.
That's the foundation of everything.
Yeah, you got your evolution lovers. You got the original starters started Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, the Pokemon mascot, Pikachu, in the special edition yellow version. You got your Mew lovers, your Mewtwo lovers. Oh my god, don't get me started on Dragonite, the OG dragon, Aerodactyl. Man, the Pokemon music is so much nostalgia in Gen 1. Like I said, you talking to a Gen 1er. Because no matter, I've played every Pokemon generation. Every single one I figured out. Hey, what Gen 1 Pokemon can I get my hands on? Get a Gyarados, got the Snorlax, every single one of them. Even Pokemon Scarlet, once it fully opened up, you were able to trade and they added Pokemon. That first raid with the Almighty Charizard, yo, I was in there. I was in there with two Japanese dudes and whoever that fourth guy was. We was in there struggling, getting our asses beat. Like, yo, why is this water Pokemon not working? Why is he beating them so bad? And then we finally caught it. Oh, I can believe this. I can believe this. Now, what will sell this even more is if Nintendo don't get greedy. This port, this comes out, this should be no more than $20-$30. And I think 30 is pushing it. But they'll try to they'll try to say like, oh, you know, we did this, we make these tweaks,
You
we
talk about a
updated it for Pokemon
company
Home.
that are selling games at $80. Stop fooling
Oh,
yourself.
just believe me, I know what I'm saying is crazy. But you get some people who'll protest and then they'll buy it anyways because Nintendo fans.
I
But
mean,
everything you read, I believe all of it. And like I said, I'm part of the problem. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna rush out and go buy one instantly. Oh, it'll be down the line, Father's Day, birthday. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can believe this. And if they truly do this, if they really do pull this off, if the rumors true that they actually are doing this and not some other game or something like that, it will make the sales go through the roof. Now, if it's on Switch 1 and 2, it's not gonna really move the needle on Switch 1. Everyone who wanted one has one. It's right under sales of the Nintendo DS. But Switch 2, let them just have one or two features for Switch 2 that ain't in the regular one.
enhanced
Just something,
version.
yeah, something a little special. Like, hey, you got the Switch 2 version. Hey, we got this in it. I'm sorry, you got what? Some battle tower or a local play thing or whatever the hell they want to choose to use. It will sell. You will see Switch 2 numbers go up, and this will hold people over until the next Pokemon generation start, which will probably be later on in the year because we've heard rumors of Gen 10, but that's a story for another day. But that's my take on this for
Yeah.
these. And we're saying it, people. I don't want to see this shit in the comments. We are saying this is a rumor.
Yeah, but this would be a big fucking deal. I think you saw me. I can really see Nintendo moving like that. Definitely Birdman hand movement. Yeah, and we all know we've seen the leaks and all the reports about how much Nintendo actually spends on their games. It is really not nothing crazy. So my cousin actually makes a lot of sense saying they could have been sitting on this for over a year and purposely positioned it, especially when they saw how Switch 2 numbers are kind of stagnating. This could be a really big boost and really could move the needle. Hopefully, this is not just Switch 2 because that would probably piss a lot of people off. But I can, I definitely, I forget how powerful Gen 1 is in the Gen 1 following because, listen, this would be, like I said, this would be fire. I have no intentions of buying a Switch 2, but if this is on Switch 1, I'll blow the dust off my Switch 1 for this. I ain't gonna front. And you know, I'm a firm motherfucking protest. I'm in silent protest of not giving Nintendo any of my money because I just don't believe in their movements and and how they do things. But listen, baby, I am a Gen 1er. I was there. I had red, gold, blue. Don't ask me why. Listen, it was just a statement to say you had one of those. FireRed, LeafGreen. Yeah, I'll blow the dust. I'll blow the dust and power up my Switch 1. And I haven't turned my Switch 1 on in years. Yeah, yeah. This might bring me out. Bring them out like T.I. said, because I'm definitely coming out the woodworks for this right here. My cousin is absolutely right. But let me leave this to the viewers. If FireRed and LeafGreen really are coming to Switch or Switch 1, Switch 2, whichever, is this Nintendo finally giving fans the classic Pokemon return they've been begging for, or just another overpaid nostalgia cash grab? Comment your opinions in the comment section down below.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?